Timeout is called. First of the game for the Nuggets.
Yeah, can't be pleased.
A three-point play chance here. The Thunder shooting their first free throw attempt on the night.
Not at all, Clark. You rarely see a team surrender points this easily. They have got to do better.
Denver calls timeout.
Just trying to get us to
The standings right now. Second in block. Third in rebound. And the fast
He converts at the line.
and he could be the guy to put this game out of reach.
The Thunder have made their only other free throw attempt today in an earlier trip to the line.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
And they've made progress in that department from last season.
For this last month, in third, the Thunder.
I like how this team has been coming up big lately, Kevin.
Offensively, there's no doubt in my mind what the result was going to be once they started to play.
Really impressive, partner, because they simply put it on cruise control.
The Thunder shooting their third and fourth free throw attempts of the game. First one falls for them. So he gets them both. Together, they may want to review this one. And indeed, they're going to look at it again. They need to be certain he beat the buzzer.
And the NBA Replay Center in Secaucus is queuing it up, and even before we look at the replay, I'm pretty sure he got that off in time.
Yeah, that's how it looked to me, and that's the call we should see here, but no harm in going back to the footage and making absolutely certain.
And they've taken a look at it, and they've overturned the call. They've overturned the call. They're calling the basket good, Greg.
Yeah, and that's why we have replay. I mean, to make sure the officials don't miss any calls, and really a good job to take the second look at it. Would have been a shame if they'd been cheated out of those points.
And that's it for the first quarter in what's been a very lopsided game. It's the Thunder.
His defensive ability is a big factor. I mean, there's no denying that.
Curry's checked in for Denver. The Thunder have looked good at the lines, and they're perfect in 4 attempts.
He's got some serious momentum going right now. He's been great all day. Even last game, he was on fire.
The Thunder have yet missed a free throw. 5 for 5. I think we may see a review here. That was pretty close. And the teams are going to have to wait before heading to the locker room. They're going to bring out the monitor and see if he got that shot off in time.
And the footage relayed to the officials from the replay center in Secaucus, I think he got it off in time. The replay leaving little doubt.
But to me, it's worth being certain. And that's why we have replay to get these big calls right.
And they've overturned the call. The replay was conclusive, and that one's going to count.
And Kevin, an example of why it's good to have replay. I don't know what kind of impact it'll have on the final result, but you always want them to get every call right.
A dominating first half of basketball, and so far hasn't been close. Thunder out in front, running away with it. We'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Well, 2 quarters down, 2 to go. Welcome back. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny the Jet Smith as we start breaking it down for you. From the get-go, it was Oklahoma City who came out strong. Seemingly flawless as the game got underway, they were knocking down shots and playing tough defense as they went on a 13-0 run. At the end of the first quarter, they found themselves way out on top. Then in quarter number 2, it was all hands on deck, and what a show it was. Quality execution, good efficiency, some tremendous defensive play helped them take a decisive advantage, and they're running away with this one. Kenny, let's get your take on Oklahoma City.
They've done a lot of things well, but the way they've taken care of the basketball, valuing each possession so critical to the tempo, so crucial to the offensive flow. They've got a great rhythm, as smart and as safe as they're playing. They made it clear they're not going to beat themselves today.
And big fella, let's get your thoughts on the Nuggets.
Well, they run into a very hot shooting team tonight, fellas. And you combine a hot shooting team with the weak defense they've been playing, you're going to get crushed. I hope coach is coming down hard on them right now because they can't keep giving up so many open looks. What are you doing?
All right, that is going to wrap up our halftime report as it's just about time for the start of the third quarter.
Sure, I want to be the windshield.
No, maybe the windshield wiper.
Yeah,
right. The Thunder shooting their 7th attempt at the foul line in this one. It could be a three-point play.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't have it.
The Thunder have made the most out of their opportunities at the line. They have yet to miss in 7 attempts. Teams in the league. The Thunder in 4th.
Yeah, I mean, they've got the athletes to run the break all
And what kind of numbers they've put up these last 10 games. 3rd in rebounds, 3rd in
The season nearly complete. Taking a look at Oklahoma City. Right now at the playoff start, they would have. Three-point play.
the defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
That's not the kind of streak you want to be part of defensively. Tighten it up, fellas.
Denver making a switch here. Riley's checked in.
What's up, Jimmy? To the glass with him today.
So no problem for Oklahoma City as they get the win. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
Yeah, they were clicking in every way. I mean, all cylinders go. No question about that. And once they pulled away, they didn't let up.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Clark, Craig, and Doris, and the rest of our terrific crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. Now it's time to head back to the studio with Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny Smith.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Welcome back, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson. Kenny the Jet Smith is here, so is Shaquille O'Neal. Time now for some highlights as we take a look at our Jordan Player of the Game. An absolutely astounding and historic night for him here in this game. He was simply unstoppable in what can only be described as a masterful performance.
He was completely in sync with the whole team tonight. And you can see that in the assist numbers, which were spectacular, I might add. It's hard to imagine him having a better night passing the basketball. Man.
Ernie, that is the definition of domination. He took them to school tonight in every possible way. I know there's 10 players on the court, but I only noticed one.
And that'll do it for this edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. Hope you enjoyed the show. From myself, Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, have a wonderful evening.